Hello everyone, this is Lorena and I'm back with another Duel Links video. It's still going good, my microphone is still on. As I've already said, I ranked down. I believe I said this in one video, but yeah, I ranked down. It was terrible, but you know, I will always rank back up because I will always keep trying. And if I fail this month, I'll probably try again next month because I'm bored. That's how this all started. I know that I've seemed a bit confused today, but I think part of that is because I am. I don't feel like I'm in touch with reality because no one is giving it to me. I'm missing those details. My aunt has the missing details, by the way, but she's not giving them to anyone. She's not communicating, and as someone that really needs that level of communication, I'm just like, how do I stay in touch with reality when reality is purposely withdrawn from me? As in, it's purposely hidden from me. So I can't see it. I can't find it. I don't know what's going on, and that will break me at some point. I don't know when, but it will. And I know this sounds bad because of what I'm on the internet, just admitting to this. But again, I don't feel like this is going to be lock me up insanity. It's not that bad, although it is going to be pretty bad in the moment. Some people might be concerned about me because I can't control myself, but I think it's going to be more like an emotional purge than me just raging. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's happening. And that is hurting. That is hurting me. But I have somehow managed to hold on to control, which says a lot. But when I eventually lose control, I will not know that I'm actually about to because of all the times where it just didn't happen. So what do I actually need to actually lose control? The most terrifying part is I don't know. I'm sure Revolver is still over here wondering if I'm human or not. Can you stop evaluating me? Do I not look human enough to you, Revolver? Do you just hate that... What? I am so very human, Revolver. Seriously, look at my human features. My human arms, my human legs. Is it the armor? Are you confused because of the armor, Revolver? Although in real life, I'm not wearing armor, obviously, because armor in real life would be kind of, well, one, I shouldn't wear armor in the summer, and two, I shouldn't purchase armor because I don't have the money for that. And three, who the hell wears armor in this day and age? It's, well, okay, there are some reasons someone could use. You know, there are reasons to wear armor, like fiction, all sorts of things. Are you still able to use that? Good. I was hoping I read that card correctly and I didn't just mess up. Okay, well. He can still exist summon something else. And now he obviously cannot attack with anything else. Wait. Do you have a second Dark Rebellion? Why? No, he's probably just going to summon number 70. That's it. Or not. He's just going to use Dark Hole instead. Okay. Okay, sure. And now, this isn't good for me because of everything he just destroyed. But I don't think that I am in any actual danger. I know what I've talked about, and it may be a bit cursed to some people, but in all fairness, when you hold things back for a long time, there will be consequences for that. If you don't know how to deal with your shit. And I guess in some ways I just haven't dealt with my shit well enough in the past. Because instead of dealing with it, I've just sort of, not expressed it. I've bottled it up inside, which is bad. Don't do that. I do feel like whatever I'm headed toward is definitely going to prove... I'm going to be relieved. I'm going to be relieved. But damn, it will not be pleasant. It might even be painful. Maybe even physically painful, but who knows? All I know is I'm stubborn. I don't like losing control, or the thought of it. But I do feel like it has to happen. Otherwise, I'll never deal with anything as a proper adult. Really, dude? You've got... Oh, shit. Okay, sure. Sure, dude, sure. Okay, well, his field spell is still on the field. So he still has plenty of materials to destroy me with. And now I've got a lot. I've been through a lot of shit that most people will not go through. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean people should freak out just because I'm saying that. No, it's just I've got a different skill set. It's fine. I'll make something work eventually. I'm not actually a normal person. Both by choice and not by choice, by the way. It's just... Oh, shit. Well, none of it is by choice, really. What? No, I just said some of it was. Can I make up my mind what is and isn't by choice? Oh my god. Okay, now let's take a look at my life points, and let's take a look at what Revolver is doing. This is called pain. He's going to steal it. And then he's going to attack my monster, and I'm going to suffer. Okay, he stole it. Okay, now, based on the math, I think I just barely live, unless he can special summon something else. Which maybe he can. Okay, hold on, let me look at my graveyard real quick before I continue talking. Okay, good, I checked it. I don't see my... You are taunting me, aren't you? And I don't even know what you've been saying to me. Okay. I'm going to be forced into attacking that monster. Wait a minute, hold on. Does that card, like... Is this effect still active? Doesn't matter, I've got my castle on the field, I'll be fine. Yeah, I still got to attack it, okay. But this means he's just going to steal my card again on the next turn. Enemy negation. What? What are you doing? I see. He just did something to my life. He just did something to my attack. Which doesn't help me win. If anything, I'm just going to lose. Because I know what his card can do, obviously. It just did it! Okay, stole my monster. It's now in the graveyard because I sent it there. And unfortunately, the duel is almost over. And now I was going to make I'm going to make a video about why I think my Dark Night of the Soul is playing out the way it is. And it really boils down to things just... Well, it boils down to, one, I don't think I'm getting the message. So, my dark night of the soul is being triggered by something that's like, oh, you didn't get the message the first time, let's try again, and I'll send the message even harder this time. Okay, sure. Yeah, everyone thinks that I just... Why can I not... You're gonna taunt... No one can... I'm gonna taunt you back! Even though I'm about to lose. There's no truth to a single word you say. You know, I don't know if he's actually taunting me or if I'm imagining it. Has anyone taunted me? Am I just... Okay, well, I can actually go back and see if he actually has taunted me. This is something I can go back and check. But I'm not actually sure if he did taunt me. And now I'm not sure if anyone else has either. And dear God, what? I don't know, sometimes things just happen and I'm just like, wait a minute, hold on, did I see what I thought I saw? And the answer sometimes ends up being no. And now I'm just like, shit. What if, well, you know, the taunts are there for a reason, I guess. Though if someone isn't taunting me, I'm not likely to taunt them. Usually I'm just gonna taunt you back. But if no one taunted me, it's kind of weird for me to just do it unprompted. Even if I think that I was taunted, if I don't actually know for sure, it's definitely weird. This is why I want taunts in the duel log, so I know for sure if someone is taunting me. And also I just want to know which taunts people are using against me. Like, what are you saying to me? If someone is actually taunting me, I want the duel log to have that information so I'm sure that I can taunt back without feeling self-conscious. Though, why would it matter why would it matter either way, though? I mean, the taunts are still in the game for a reason. And now I'm looking at this field, and this isn't the field of someone that's going to win. I'm looking at my side of the field, by the way, not Yuto's. But, you know, I do have warning point on the field. The only problem being he'll probably destroy it. But, you know, I don't know what's in his hand. I just assume he's going to destroy it. I haven't seen for sure if he is. And he destroyed it! Oh, you know, he didn't even target it when I said that. But, you know, Cosmic Cyclone is a pretty good card. And now why am I not using it? Well, I lose life points a lot, okay? I don't necessarily think I benefit from using Cosmic Cyclone if I'm just about to lose. Yes, let's destroy back row. That's going to help me a lot. Especially if I don't have any monsters in my hands to protect me. Although Cosmic Cyclone is technically better than Night Beam, Night Beam is not as good as Cosmic Cyclone. I know that. But still, that doesn't change anything. I do like how so many of my favorite cards activate my skill, though. I've seen so many of them activate my skill, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know it would do that. I'm just going through favorite cards, I'm going through staples. I didn't know that was going to help me in any other way. I still remember when I put Dark Hole in my deck. Yeah, that was hilarious. Okay, now after this, I at least know that my microphone has been on this entire time. As in, OBS Studio is picking up on my words. I know that my sound is in the videos. I can be heard. So I don't have to deal with this shit again, but I should be careful because who knows when this could happen again. And now, if anyone would like a short version of why I think things are playing out the way they are, it's pretty much about the spiritual side of things. I do think there's a karmic aspect to this. A karmic aspect that most people are probably going to be like, dude, what? You're playing card games. We didn't come here for this. Yeah, but card games are, well, I mean, to be honest, I think that's how I'm figuring this out. So, like, the spiritual side of things is able to talk to me through this franchise and also through Vanguard, but mainly through this franchise. Trust me, I know. You know, an episode aired on the day that my aunt and I had a phone call, and I'm just like, well, this doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. However, I would like it to mean something. Yes, this doesn't mean anything. It may have happened on the same day, but it doesn't mean anything. But I wish it did, because it would make me feel better. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Trust me, it's not. But way back in the day, I would hyper-analyze everything that could be connected to a card game series. Like, when I was going through my first Dark Night of the Soul, and I was dealing with some shit that people would be like, bro, you're insane. When I was going through shit like that, I was just doing a bunch of shit. And I did a bunch of research to eliminate confirmation bias. And in the process, a lot of things really hurt. You know? Yeah, but some of that may have just been my ex being toxic. To be honest. Some of it may not have been confirmation bias, but my ex could have played a role in how things played out the way they did. And now, obviously, I'm not going to blame him exactly, and because there was definitely some shit I went through that had nothing to do with him. In fact, most things had nothing to do with him. But in many of the more severe cases, he was definitely a trigger, and that really drove me nuts. I was like, what the hell is this shit? Yeah, that was painful. But, you know, I did get better after a while. And now I'm no longer hyper-analyzing dates. But I do think that what I learned during that first Dark Night of the Soul will have to be used during my second one. Which, yes, I do have plenty of material for a second one. Especially this time, after how much time has passed. Yes, after the first one was done, there's still plenty of room for a second one. But now there's room for a second one and maybe a third one. But I doubt there'll be a third one, just saying. I think I'll have a second one and then I'll be fine. But the second one is going to be worse, which I know because I already thought that when the first Dark Night of the Soul ended. I'm just thinking to myself, it's going to be worse. The second one is going to be worse. I wasn't surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if it's actually worse. And now, I would like to say, though, that it is very comforting to know that I may be a bit insane, but there are ways of getting through to me. Even if the normal ways don't do it. Oh my god. Now, my spiritual experiences are not why people are here, I know. But it is very important to understand that I've always been pretty spiritual, and honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think anything is bad just because it's a bit weird. And now, is it strange that I'm dealing with some of this shit? Well, yes, obviously. I'm not going to deny that. It's a bit weird. I mean, it's insane. But it's definitely not bad by itself. Okay, hold on a second. Let me take a look at this. I feel like I made a mistake. Okay, well, hopefully I did not make a mistake, and I'm just lying to myself. Anyway, yeah. During my first Dark Night of the Soul, I learned about this concept known as synchronicity. Now, if I didn't actually experience something legitimate, I wouldn't have been able to go on Google and find a word for what I was experiencing. So, just saying, I didn't know anything about it until what I went through with Vanguard. But I'm gonna start experiencing some shit I'm gonna start experiencing shit with this series too. I'm talking about this franchise, really. Because I think the second one is going to be triggered by it. As I've already said. I've already said that I think I know the actual trigger. Not the final one, but one of them. Because my darkness is just, it's so dark. Yes, that's very descriptive. People understand exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't, I know. Okay, well. Let's see what happens, but I don't really have much confidence in my ability to win this. Let me just look at my... First off, hasn't he just been... He just returned things to my deck. This isn't going to help me. But, you know, I can do things. Maybe? Okay, this is so bad. I know it's bad. It's just so terrible. But I think my opponent at least knows that my stupidity has a limit. Good thing he knows that, although he also just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit, though. He might be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? He doesn't care, but he might be he might think that I'm just not very good. But again, I don't think he cares. I just think that in some cases, people do end up thinking, like, dude, what is my opponent doing? Like, you don't have to care to be a bit, dude, this is stupid. You don't have to care to have thoughts like that. Now, admittedly, it's because of what he did to my graveyard, just returning cards to my deck. That super polymerization doesn't really help me in this situation. I think I've said most of what I want to for now, but I'm gonna be super self-conscious about some of this for a while. But I still have to talk about it or I'll never be comfortable talking about anything. Oh, that's right. I want to be a writer. How am I going to be successful if I'm too self-conscious to talk about anything? That is definitely a problem, isn't it? I better work on this. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I'm going to type up some descriptions for this. I'm going to schedule some uploads, and then I'm going to record more videos because I can. That's it for now. At least I know my microphone is working this time.